Would you like to acquire more physician clients? Welcome, you've come to the right place. In truth, many businesses would like to sell more of their products and services to doctors. A handful of high performers achieve spectacular success. Most will fail. The goal of this webinar is to map out the path to success. This session addresses three questions. First, why do products and services marketed to physicians fail to generate the expected sales? Second, why do high performers fail to establish themselves in the physician niche? And third, how can you enjoy success? Before I dive into the content, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Vicki Rackner, and I'm the president of Targeting Doctors. My organization works with clients who want to accelerate their business growth by establishing themselves in the physician niche. I'm a physician who's had the honor of treating tens of thousands of patients, holding a faculty appointment at the University of Washington School of Medicine, and serving in leadership positions in the medical community. I've written a number of books, delivered keynote addresses at national meetings, and been quoted in the national press. I believe that establishing yourself in the physician niche is like setting up a satellite office in Europe. I'm like the travel guide who explains the culture and customs and habits in the world of medicine. My experience tells me that success in the physician niche is a learnable and teachable skill. Let's begin with the first question. Why do most physician programs fail? Every business is looking for ways to generate more sales, and niche marketing holds great promise. Once you begin thinking along those lines, physicians pop out as an attractive vertical market. Physicians tend to be grateful, loyal, affluent clients. The business plans that look so good on paper often fail to achieve the projected sales. To understand why, let's look at a specific example, the Doctor Mortgage Loan Program. How do you sell mortgages in this market? Bank of America had a great idea. What about creating a special loan program for physicians making the transition from the training phase of their careers to their first real jobs? It's a sizable market. Every year, about 16,000 physicians graduate from medical school, and by the time they finish residency training, they're in their mid-30s and ready to lay down roots in the community. The problem is, at that point, they don't qualify for conventional mortgages. They have significant student debt, little savings, and no pay stub to offer evidence of their true earning potential. On the other hand, physicians are attractive financial service clients who will have lifelong banking and investing needs. Plus, they're a safe lending bet. The physician default rate of 0.2% is much lower than the average borrower. In 2010, B of A launched the Physician Mortgage Loan Program. This loan requires little down, excludes medical school debt in the loan-to-income ratio, and accepts employment contracts as evidence of future earnings. Since then, many other lenders have launched similar programs. Sounds like this would be a spectacular business success, right? The truth is that most lenders are looking at disappointing sales. Here's my diagnosis. Lenders are failing to deliver the right message to the right person at the right time, and let me tease apart these three elements. First, there's timing. Almost all mortgage bankers with whom I speak are surprised to learn that July 1st is a red letter day in the world of medicine. This is like opening up an office in Paris and not planning for Bastille Day or the August Exodus. To help you avoid this mistake, let me explain. In the world of medicine, July 1st feels like a cross between New Year's Day and the first day of school. That's when medical schools begin, residency begins, and the first jobs begin. And since most employment contracts are written on an annual basis, that means that virtually every physician who makes a transition does so around July 1st. What does that mean if you're in the housing industry? It means that July 1st is to realtors what December 25th is to retailers. If you want to successfully launch your product or service, let your marketing campaigns be guided by the medical calendar. There are times of the day, of the year, and of the seasons of a medical career that open business opportunities for you. High performers plan for them. What about the marketing message? As I looked at the promotional materials for the doctor loan programs, I was struck by pages filled with big highlighted numbers. It's all about the money. You may have seen the Cash Card commercial in which Jimmy Fallon addresses that very question. He shares that research shows that everyone wants more money. Everyone except the baby. Think of physicians as that baby. The topic that captures their attention and drives their choices is not money. For them, it's about service. If you want to build rapport with physician prospects, speak the language of service. Speak in numbers when in the world of business. Speak in stories when in the world of medicine. Here's the translation I crafted for Eric Peterson, a Wells Fargo mortgage banker. I asked him if he knew any physicians, and he said, "I know tons." And then he told me the story. When his daughter was in high school, she was in an accident. She was in a coma for months, and the doctor said that if she woke up, chances are good that she would never be able to speak or walk again. This spring, she graduated from college. I recommended that Eric reach out to the doctors and nurses involved with his daughter's care and tell them this miraculous chapter of his daughter's story. I suggested he include a photo, recognize their role, and thank them for helping the family get to this day. Then I made some suggestions for the language of a last paragraph that might go something like this. I'm delighted to be in a position to give back to the medical community that gave so much to my family. Now I'm helping doctors just out of residency buy their first homes, even when they don't qualify for conventional mortgages. Feel free to spread the word to physicians who might want to learn more. I promise to treat them with the same sky-high level of dedication, caring, and professionalism that you showed every day when my daughter was your patient. Let your marketing materials be the story of service. Think about how you can help your target buyer. What would they want or need? As I help clients develop marketing campaigns, I challenge them to create what I call marketing hostess gifts. When you're invited to somebody's home, you bring a thoughtful gift you know the host would enjoy. Most marketing pieces are like pictures of the hostess gift. Don't make that mistake. Skip the picture of the chocolate torte and bring the torte. Invest in marketing pieces that deliver inherent value. You could argue, for example, that Eric solves a housing problem. Maybe Eric creates a list of housing options for people who are new in town. You could also argue that Eric helps people feel at home when they're new to a community. Maybe Eric creates a brochure describing the neighborhoods near the hospitals and a calendar of fun community events. You don't have to create the marketing hostess gifts any more than you have to grow the grapes for the wine you bring to a dinner party. It doesn't have to be directly tied to the problem you solve. It doesn't have to be expensive. The most effective marketing piece says, "I care about you, I understand you, and I'm here to help." Once you have a physician's trust, they will follow you into the world of business and you can close your sale. Next, let's talk about strategic relationships. Most mortgage bankers with whom I spoke are unaware of the web of relationships in the world of medicine. Further, many fail to recognize or leverage key people who could send them leads like their own existing clients, or realtors, or wealth managers that work down the hall. I call these key people senders, people who can send you leads. The biggest challenge in building a physician practice is developing trust. You can do it one physician at a time, but why not invest that same effort developing relationships with a sender who already has the trust of 2 or 10 or hundreds of physicians? Who are these senders and how can you find them? I'm working with a mortgage banker who gets most of her leads from realtors. What if she helped realtors sell more homes to more doctors? Well, that would mean she gets more leads too. This is exactly her strategy. I'm delivering a webinar for her list of realtors and making the workbook available more broadly. What we're really talking about here is community building. This is one of the most effective ways to accelerate your business growth. If you have a true commitment to establishing yourself in the physician niche, I recommend that you join MD Preferred Physician Services. If for nothing else, to take advantage of all the team building resources they offer. I'm a contributing expert to the site, and I make this recommendation not because they pay me a finder's fee, which they do not. It's because I'm so impressed with the value they offer. How can your organization successfully market to physicians? I recently spoke with the Vice President of Marketing at GlaxoSmithKline, and here's what they're doing. He tells me they've changed the metrics for measuring sales performance. They no longer measure sales. They measure physician engagement. Engaging physicians, making a connection with them, is like charging your laptop in Europe. You can do it, but not with the same equipment you use in the US. You need an adapter to accommodate the difference in wiring. Physicians are wired differently than business people. They're wired for service. The ideas here are like the adapter to help you do your marketing as you do business with doctors. That's why I call the strategy bead to demarketing. Let's turn to question number 2. Why do successful financial advisors fail in the physician niche? When it comes to working with physician clients, I meet two kinds of professionals, the hobbyist and the high performers. The former dabble in the niche as if it's their hobby and revenue sink. The latter build a profitable physician practice. Here are 5 mistakes that even the most seasoned professionals make that keep them trapped as hobbyists. By avoiding them, you can put yourself in the league of high performers. Mistake number 1. Hobbyists treat all physicians alike. They say, this doctor niche is a great idea. I have an orthodontist and a dermatologist and a LASIK clinic, all within walking distance. I'll hit them all. This broad approach is like setting up satellite offices in Barcelona and Zurich and Amsterdam. High performers have focus. They target a specific group of physicians. Why? It's because birds of a feather flock together. As a surgeon, I got most of my referrals in the surgeon's lounge. I went to surgical meetings. I read surgical journals. In short, the most influential people were my peers. More importantly, focus gives you better results. Mistake number 2. Hobbyists invest their time trying to get past the gatekeeper. Every time I think about gatekeepers, I flash back to a scene from my son's toddler years. He had a love affair with construction trucks. One day we came upon a huge construction site. He pointed his chubby toddler fingers in the direction of the dirt piles and said, "Touch trucks." I said, "That would be great, but look, do you see the fence all around the construction site? There's a sign on that closed gate. It says, 'Do not enter.'" He thought for a moment and he said, "Take down sign." High performers find ways to take down sign. If conventional cold calling is part of your marketing plan, let me tell you how I ran my surgical practice. I had one primary goal. I wanted to take good care of my patients. My front office was like the NFL offensive line. Their job was to protect my time and attention. If the gatekeeper puts your call through, they run the risk of annoying the person who writes their paychecks. Here are 3 summer marketing ideas that sidestep the gatekeeper. First, welcome new physician staff members. Look for announcements in your local paper or do a Google search. Then drop this new physician a note and wish them luck. Ask if you might be able to stop by and meet them and find out what kind of patient they would be interested in working with. Second, next time you're at the grocery store, pick up a copy of the magazine with the local list of top doctors. It comes out every July. Then find the doctors in your sweet spot and send the doctor a note of congratulations. Ask if they might be willing to spend a few moments with you, helping you understand their best practices. Tell them you work with physician clients and you're dedicated to helping them be their best. Third, do a little research. Find out more about your target market. What's important to them? What keeps them up at night? What are they planning for healthcare reform? Mistake number 3. Hobbyists host ineffective events. They invest lots of time and energy and money and get very poor turnout. When I ask them why, they often say, "Well, you know how busy doctors are." Here's how I explain poor attendance. Let's say you were riding your bike in Lyon, pretending you were in the Tour de France. You come around a curve and hear, "Help, help!" You look down the ravine and see a crumpled bike and a crumpled rider. You wouldn't say, "Come on up and I'll give you a hand." The medic's motto is, "Treat them where they lie." You would go down and help this person where they were. High performers meet physician clients where they lie. They understand what really interests their clients, where their current pain is, what keeps them up at night. I have a client who's promoting an asset protection product designed to help physicians stay whole in the event of a catastrophic medical outcome and lawsuit. What kind of turnout do you think he would get if he hosted a dinner in which the speaker delivered the presentation, "How to protect your asset when something really, really, really bad happens"? On the other hand, let's say he hosted a dinner meeting in which the speaker delivered the talk, entitled How to Work with Patients So They Thank You Rather Than Sue You. What if participants earned 1 hour of the required continuing medical education credit for participating? And what if he collaborated with the medical malpractice carrier who agreed to send an invitation to their own client in prospects? That's an event. One last word, be careful how you measure success. A financial advisor told me about an event she sponsored. After all the planning and expense, 2 people showed up. Was she upset? No. After the evening, the assets under her management increased by over $1 million. Count dollars, not heads. Focus on what's getting the business results that you want. Mistake number 4, hobbyists move too fast. In their efforts to make a sale, hobbyists forget the importance of trust building. As you think about how to conduct yourself with physician clients, think about how you want to be treated as a patient. How would you respond to medical advice from a doctor who didn't take time to sit down and get a complete history and do a thorough exam? I can diagnose a melanoma from across the room sometimes, and I know exactly what the treatment plan would be, but I would never begin there. I begin with trust building. Mistake number 5, hobbyists give up too soon. This is Bonnie St. James. She's the first Black American to win a medal for speed skating in the Paralympics. She tells the story of a slalom event where she was expected to take the gold. She was doing great when she skidded out and fell. She said she felt the gold medal dream just fade away. In disappointment, she pulled herself up and completed the race. She later learned that everyone fell. The winners got up and continued, and the gold medal winner in that race just got up faster than she did. Elite financial advisors execute consistently. They get back up when they've fallen. Question number 3, how can you enjoy success? What do high performers know that hobbyists don't? In short, high performers know their physician clients. They know that physicians are lifelong learners. High performers offer high-value educational programs. One of my clients just got a contract to deliver seminars at a multi-specialty clinic with 900 physicians. Another hosts a journal club. A third has a lecture series and regularly brings in nationally noted lifestyle experts. They know that physicians like advisors who ask good questions and listen to the answers. Many advisors think that they have to have all the answers. Physicians like providing their own answers. However, they have tremendous respect for somebody who brings the right question. They also value a good listener. You might be surprised to learn how lonely physicians are and how few listening ears they really have. They know that physicians respond to requests for help. The statement, "May I ask for your help," is music to a physician's ears. They know that physicians are married to medicine, and that means that physicians have neglected and lonely family members at home. One little boy was crying because his dad wasn't at the t-ball game. The mom said, "But Daddy's seeing a patient," and the boy said, "Well, can I be Daddy's patient?" Include the partners, include the family in events. During the summertime, most medical organizations host a summer meeting at a nice resort. If you just Google a local resort and medical meeting and your vertical market like cardiology or dermatology, it'll bring up the meetings. What if you went to that resort and sponsored a golfing event? Or maybe offered a breakfast meeting for physicians before the formal scientific session began? Or maybe even had a special session for the partners while the physicians were at their scientific meeting. Sometimes the partners are your buyers. They know that physicians manage their wealth the way that patients manage their health. If you want to know how to conduct yourself with physicians, just be the physician that you'd want taking care of you. They know that physicians like working with the experts. Can you own a little piece of intellectual property? Can you give a talk about solving a basic problem, like helping physicians talk with their own patients about money? Can you bring in top experts? You want to hire top doctors to assume your medical care? Doctors want to work with top advisors. High performers know that physician clients like exclusive clubs. What can you create? Last, high performers know that physicians will be looking for leadership as healthcare reform gets underway. I'm a boomer, and I was in practice when managed care unfolded. From a physician's perspective, managed care was an unmitigated disaster. We physicians lost control of the financial helm of the healthcare system. We believed people who said they were representing our interests when in fact they were really serving their own. Boomer physicians like me, who represent the highest net worth demographic, won't make the same mistake twice. You could be that leader. You could say with integrity, I'm here to represent your best interests and help you maintain control over your financial destiny. I'm not suggesting that you position yourself as a practice management expert. I am suggesting, though, that you can be the person who identifies the practice management expert and other experts to assure that physicians stay in control of their future. That's ultimately what they really want. I see unprecedented opportunity for financial advisors who are drawn to the physician niche. The financial, professional, and personal rewards of working in this niche are tremendous. The biggest barrier to success is failure to understand how the world of medicine operates. That barrier is now down for you. You have access to information that will help you crack the physician code. You have all of the tools and the opportunity to set you up for success in this niche. If this is a direction that you would like to explore, here are the next steps. Step number 1. Go to www.targetingdoctors.com and sign up for my free weekly marketing tips. Step number 2. Go to LinkedIn. Join the conversation at the Targeting Doctors LinkedIn group. Step number 3. Consider making an investment in yourself and in your career. We have 2 programs that you might be interested in. The first is a highly customized coaching program in which I work with individuals and teams to help them achieve their career goals. Second, I have an online interactive course called Cracking the Physician Code. It's intended to help people build a physician-friendly practice from the ground up, step by step, over 90 days. We'll go through all of the elements that you need to successfully acquire more physician customers. The content in this course will give you the competitive advantage. You will learn things here that you will simply not be able to get anywhere else. Here's the mechanics of the course. There are 6 modules that you will get over a 90-day period. Once every other week, we meet for 1 hour. I deliver content for 20 minutes, and then there is a group coaching session. As a bonus, participants get a complimentary 30-minute one-on-one consultation with me. Most participants use this time to help zero in on their best fit vertical market. I know that this is summer and you probably didn't plan to enroll in a class that begins on August 14th, but I'll tell you this is the time to get moving in the physician market. To help overcome the inertia, I want to bribe you. If you register before July 28th, you'll enjoy a 50% discount, 5-0. After that, it's a 35% discount. To take advantage of the discount, simply register for the course. In the coupon code, enter MD Preferred. That will automatically give you your 50% discount. On July 29th, that same discount code will give you your standard 35% discount. To learn more about the Cracking Physician Code course, go to www.targetingdoctors.com. You'll find a link from the home page. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope that you found value in the content in this webinar. Whichever direction your career takes you, I wish you much success. Feel free to stop by my website, www.targetingdoctors.com, or contact me if there's anything that I can do to help you move forward with the success that you seek.